As Douglas Adams put it best, in the beginning, the universe was created. This had made many people very angry and has been widely regarded as a bad move. In this universe, in an unremarkable spiral galaxy called the Milky Way, there was a very ordinary star that had a decidedly not ordinary planet. Lots of smarter people with better narration voices have said this before, but I feel cool when I say it. The Earth. The only planet we know of that harbors life. A fragile bubble suspended in a vast, empty, and unfeeling universe. And since life has existed, it has been at the mercy of this unfeeling universe. 5 mass extinctions are known to have occurred over the course of life on Earth, such as the famous End Cretaceous event, where a massive asteroid impacted the Earth 66 million years ago, acidifying the oceans and killing 3/4 of all life. But living creatures on Earth didn't cause that extinction. And so life went, hindered occasionally by a cosmic stroke of bad luck, until humans came along. This is foreshadowing. For the majority of the duration of life on Earth, humans did not exist. Humans have only existed for a short time, but we have been the most unique animals to ever roam the Earth. For most of our species' history, we are hunter-gatherers at a minimal impact on the environment. Ice ages caused by small orbital shifts and other climate phenomena happened to us, but were not caused by us. But eventually, due to herding, farming, and forming permanent settlements, we began to evolve from hunter-gatherers to the dominant species on the planet, known as global superpredators, that generally kill anything in our path and drastically reshape any untamed place we come across. We are found on every continent and in every remote location. We've adapted with technology to swim underwater, climb massive mountains, and kill apex predators with ease. We can build shelter and survive almost anywhere. It's actually terrifying. We went from existing alongside nature to fundamentally reshaping it on a scale never before caused by living creatures. Earth has always had climate change. An example of this is the Paleocene Epoch Thermal Maximum, or PETM, an event about 56 million years ago where global ocean temperatures increased by roughly 5 degrees Celsius. Polar ice caps didn't exist, and rainforests were found far beyond the equator. This was caused by a large increase in the amount of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere over the course of thousands of years, possibly from large-scale wildfires. 1.1 to 1.7 billion tons of carbon dioxide were released per year for 4,000 years, eventually leading to the large-scale climate change that occurred during this event. While it took many years of carbon emissions to create these dramatic effects, we are currently producing carbon dioxide at rates many times higher than the peak years of the PETM. 1.7 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide were released every year to cause the PETM. Counting all the greenhouse gases, in 2019, we emitted 51.8 billion tons of carbon dioxide equivalents. The climate is changing again, right now, like it has for millions of years on Earth, but for the first time in the history of the planet, humans are causing it. This began during the 18th century when people decided to revolutionize industry during the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution caused humans to be able to increase in population and production extremely rapidly, while increasing reliance on coal and other polluting energy sources. Never in human history has there been this level of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere. According to NASA, the current observable effects of climate change have a greater than 95% likelihood of being caused by human actions. So we humans are causing climate change by producing carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. What does that mean for our planet? NASA predicts that it will cause significant global warming, estimated to be between 2.5 and 10 degrees Fahrenheit over the next century. We have already seen significant increases in temperature. For example, the World Meteorological Association has confirmed that the last 4 years have been the warmest on record, and that out of the last 22 years, 20 have been the hottest on record. Changes in precipitation patterns and an increase in hurricane intensity. Heat waves and droughts will become more frequent. Ice caps and glaciers, which have been retreating for a while, will continue to melt, causing the Arctic to become ice-free during the summers, and global ocean levels to rise by 1 to 8 feet by the year 2100. The ocean, which absorbs up to 30% of carbon emissions, is becoming more and more acidic, as well as becoming warmer, becoming less habitable to coral and many marine creatures. Secondary effects will include worsening air quality, food chain impacts, especially in less developed countries, and less habitable areas due to the ocean or lack of water. In other news, human activity is causing a 6th great extinction, known as the Anthropocene extinction. Human actions such as hunting, overfishing, habitat destruction, and climate change, especially ocean acidification, have messed with the natural food web enough that we are reducing the number of species on the planet at an alarming rate. This cycle of climate change is no different than a natural cycle of climate change and extinction, except that we humans have caused it, and that makes us responsible for the effects. We can't stop climate change because climate change is already here, but if we act fast, we can reduce the effects. By advocating now for renewable energy, forward-thinking policy, divestment from fossil fuels, less reliance on meat, electing or promoting environmentally concerned leadership, environmental protections, and listening to science, we can work together to mitigate the effects. Whether we want them or not, significant changes are coming to planet Earth, caused by human actions. So let's work together and achieve the best outcome from this point forwards. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you can share it or consider subscribing. It means a lot.